President Trump is scheduled to sign an executive order today that starts the process of shutting down the Department of Education. Now, first, is he legally even allowed to sign an executive order to shut down the Department of Education? And the answer is, well, it doesn't even sound like the executive order does that. The executive order is going to be planning to take all legal steps to start eliminating the Department of Education. So this could mean a variety of things, and most likely it means that they are going to start putting the plans in place to shut down the Department of Education. They are going to look for where all the different parts of the Department of Education are going to go, and scarier, it looks like they can probably start laying off employees inside the Department of Education, as long as they are still like going to have a skeleton crew to keep operations going. So this is also in tandem with a Republican bill in Congress that actually does shut down the Department of Education. Now, can they pass it? Well, we don't know. It will likely require a full 60 votes in the Senate in order to actually shut down the Department of Education. And it's unknown and unclear if they can make that happen. Now, if the Department of Education does shut down, it's important to note that all the functions will still exist somewhere in our government. So you can see in this chart right here that federal student loans, they will just likely go to the Department of the Treasury. You got Civil Rights Department of Justice. You got vocational and adult education programs going to the Department of Labor. You have special ed and disability programs going to Health and Human Services. But the big one is returning K to 12 elementary education to the states. And they would do this by simply giving the states money in the form of block grants and letting states create their own education policy. And of course, there's some other ones over here as well. But eliminating the Department of Education does not eliminate any of the programs. It just changes where those programs are housed. It's similar to after 9/11, we started the Department of Homeland Security. It didn't exist until after 9/11, and we took different departments from across the government and made this new department. Well, eliminating the Department of Education simply does that in reverse and sends back all of the individual programs to other government bureaucracies, and that's how they would be handled. It would require other acts of Congress to actually eliminate different programs. And again, it's not to say they can't pass bills to eliminate different things in the future, but simply eliminating the Department of Education alone doesn't change that. So there is a lot of uncertainty here with what's going to happen, but I wanted to share this with you so that you could at least understand some of the logistics of what would happen if the Department of Education was eliminated.